all know that Paris is a quintessential global city. Also, Paris is a wealthy city region, but its economy is growing slowly relative to other major global cities. Paris has been one of the world's most visited places for centuries, yet facing new pressures related to globalization, technological disruption, and demographic change. The region's growth has lagged relative to global peer regions that share its economic size, wealth, and industrial structure.
The Paris region contains notable strengths and significant opportunities to better deploy these five factors: trade, innovation, talent, infrastructure, and governance to increase its global competitiveness. Trade Paris specializes in a diverse set of tradable industries, from financial and businesses services to advanced manufacturing to creative industries, but is limited by low participation of small and medium-sized enterprises. As a mess in trade innovation, Paris accounts for significant shares of national research and development R&D, patents, and venture capital, but is not yet on par with other leading innovation hubs. Paris is a center for innovation in France. It houses world-class research universities, agglomerations of high-tech, employment, patents, intensive multinational companies, and high levels of R&D spending. Venture capital attraction. In a composite innovation index, Paris ranks second to last among peers.
Talent. Paris is the one of the most educated region in the world, but it higher unemployment peer regions. The Paris region's high levels of human capital remain as a critical asset. As they demand more skilled labor, local firms are placing new demands on existing education and training system. Continuing to produce more high-skills workers and attract talent for both domestic and international sources will prove necessary in order to jumpstart growth and counter high unemployment, particularly among the
Another
youth.
indicator is the innovation. Paris accounts for significant shares of national research and development or R&D, patents, and venture capital, but it is not yet on par with other leading innovation hubs.
Paris is the center for innovation in France. It houses a world-class research universities, agglomerations of high-tech employment, patent-intensive multinational companies, and high levels of R&D spending.
In a composite economic performance index, Paris ranks fifth in comparison with its eight global peers. The Paris region can take advantage of changing market, technology, and demographic trends, but it must focus on the core drivers and enablers of competitiveness. A competitive region is one in which firms can compete successfully in the global economy while supporting high and rising living standards for local households. Globally competitive traded sectors, functioning innovation ecosystems, and skilled labor are the key drivers of overall productivity, employment creation, and income growth.
Ranking Chicago as a global city. Looking at the various rankings out there, here's how Chicago measures up on some of them.
On the GAWC roster of world cities, Chicago is an Alpha World City in the second grouping just behind New York, London, Tokyo, Paris, and Los Angeles. In the 80 Kearney Foreign Policy Reports, Chicago ranks as the sixth most important global city. In the 9th ranked City World Report listing of most important cities,
This chapter focuses on sustainability indicators focusing in the place of Malaysia. It is to analyze the national context of indicators for sustainable city applied by the Malaysian authorities. This chapter also looks into the implementation of sustainable city indicators by the Shah Alam City Council. The findings deliver an overall insight of sustainable city indicators used worldwide and the implementation of sustainable city indicators in Malaysia,
It facilitates the local authorities, professionals, and urban planners in revising and improving the current use of sustainable city indicators of the place of Malaysia.